Hey everybody, Cinephile Mike is here, and it is day 65 of Award Season Review Season 3. 97 reviews coming at you in 97 days, covering many of the films up for awards recognition this season. Now, some of the films I'm talking about may still be in theaters or be awaiting their theatrical release or re-release. All the statistical information I am providing to you is current within 7 days of posting. That includes critical response, box office information, nominations, predictions, and as always, these reviews are spoiler free. Also, make sure you check out my website, cinephilemike.com, for great award season content, including the Where Can I Watch It spreadsheet 2024 edition, where you can track the nominations and wins for all the films I'm talking about here, as well as so many more this season, as well as figure out how you can go about watching them. So, we are in the midst of our 10th theme week, and it is International Week. All the films I'm talking about in this set are non English language films that are nominated somewhere this season. Maybe the Oscars, maybe the BAFTAs, maybe the SAGs. They're all here somewhere. And today we are traveling to Iran, specifically Tehran. I am talking about Neon's The Seed of the Sacred Fig, written and directed in secret by Mohammad Rasoulof. The film played for several limited runs to qualify for its Oscar run. Thus far, in its limited release, the film has made $493,983 domestically and an additional $4,517,421 internationally for a worldwide current total of $5,011,404 and growing. Critically, the film is certified fresh on both sides with a 95% critical rating coming from 108 reviews and a popcorn meter of 86% coming from over 50 audience reviews. Now, award season wise, The Seed of the Sacred Fig is nominated for Best International Feature at the Oscars, being the official entry from Germany. Additionally, it is nominated for this category for the BAFTA Awards. It was nominated for the Golden Globe Awards, the New York Film Critics Circle, the Astra Awards. It was nominated for Best International Independent Film at the British Independent Film Awards, and it was named the Best International Film of 2024 by the National Board of Review. So, what is this one about? Well, this very intense film is the story of Iman, played by Misha Zareh, and his family made up of his wife Najme, played by Sohelia Golestani, and their two daughters, Rezvan, played by Masa Rostami, and Sana, played by Setera Maleki. Now, Iman is a lawyer known for being forthright and honest and truthful and doing everything within the letter of the law. He believes in honesty first and foremost, and this has now led to a promotion for him. He is promoted to being an investigating judge in Tehran's Revolutionary Court. Now, this is a position of power, but also a job that puts a target on one's back. So much so that work has to give him a gun for his protection, and he is warned by many of his coworkers, including his close friend Gaderi, played by Reza Klagirad, to not tell his family what he does now. Kind of like those films we see about CIA agents being told not to tell the families what they do. Because especially at this point, there is a lot of pressure coming from this work, where as a result of the way that the Iranian government is going, and this is part of why the film was shot in secret, there's so much political unrest and protests, and Iman in his position sometimes has to sign, even when he doesn't want to, several hundred death sentences every day. And this job begins to take a little bit of a toll because it's not seemingly what he got into his position to do. And despite the warnings, he tells his family, you know, a little bit about the job he has to do, especially admitting to Najmi everything, and shows her the gun and goes through this routine of coming home, putting the gun away, and trying to have some kind of semblance of a life. And this puts a little bit of tension with his family because his two daughters are very much, kind of anti the government, and they're not really about how the way the political prisoners are being taken care of. And, they feel one way, Najmi feels one way, Iman feels one way. And how does this come together? And this brings a lot of challenges to the family. And, things are kind of going by day to day. But then, that gun goes missing. and the paranoia rises. Iman is not sure if he left it at work, if he got sidetracked, or has someone in his home taken it. He suddenly feels he can't trust anybody, not even his family. There's some other information that, for want of avoiding spoilers, I won't share, that really puts him against his family, and he will take drastic, drastic steps to discover the truth, especially feeling the need to when his personal information, name, address, phone number, is published on the internet, which is pretty much inviting anyone to come in and take their revenge against him as they had against other judges. So his family has to go into hiding, and given what happened with the gun and the tension and, well, oh, this is a suspense thriller of the upteenth degree. It's fascinating and really kept me on the edge of my seat for the entirety of the film, pretty much from the get-go, because they don't waste time getting into what the situation is. And we've seen sometimes this kind of issue before, right? Where a husband doesn't trust a wife or a wife doesn't trust a husband, and the children are innocent bystanders, and we have to figure out what's going on. But here, everyone is brought into this. The children are included. Rasoulof slowly unfolds, his mystery of what happens to this gun and ultimately what happens to the psyches of individuals when they're put in high pressure situations. The way he incorporates red herrings into the plot are as masterful as a Gillian Flynn novel like Gone Girl or um, Dark Places. And the ending, when we get to how everything is revealed, I have to say, Zara gives a masterclass performance in paranoia and rage in the role of Iman, and showing how he is from the beginning to the end. It's painful to watch what we have to see him go through. But as he tries to solve this problem and seeing if someone in his family betrayed him or not, you really feel the angst and you feel awful for him, because we don't know if it's the family or something else at play. The two daughters, played by the actresses Rostami and Maleki as Rezvan and Sana, they have very powerful chemistry. They're sisters with a little bit of a tense relationship, again, for some of the secrets and information that is known to them, to their mother, that, when we build everything ultimately to the climax and the final act of the film, it's definitely going to raise some conversation. This film, as I've been saying, it was shot in secret because Russilov is really depicting situations with the Iranian government and its treatment of protesters, political prisoners, women, and so there were a lot of dangers for him, for the cast, for the crew. This film was shot over, I believe, when I did my research, about 70 days in order to get all of the information together. Have to tip my hat to editor Andrew Bird, who really moves the film across and moves, the footage along with a lot of quick cuts, raising the tension, moving the story along. I have to say, it's unfortunate that a film like this doesn't get more of the attention given the work that it's done this award season. I mean, it's definitely one of the stronger films I've seen. While I haven't seen all five international feature films, there's still one more I have to catch. For me, Seed of the Sacred Fig is really the top one that right now in my mind kind of deserves that top prize. And, had I seen it in 2024, it would have absolutely made my top 10 list. Um, I don't know if it'll be the front runner for best international feature. Emilia Perez seems to really be out in the front. We know how I feel about that one if you saw my review from yesterday. Look, this one is a must see. It is a slow burn thriller that will keep you gripped. And that's saying something, because this film runs like Wicked, and I am not using that as an adjective. I'm referencing the film Wicked. The Seed of the Sacred Fig is a film that runs about 2 hours and 45 minutes, but it's a worthy time investment. Can't say enough positive things about it. The Secret of the Sacred Fig, for me, powerful 5-star film. If you would like to see it, as of this weekend, you are in luck. It is now expanding its release. It is playing at more theaters across the country. So all you have to do is check your local listings. I know how to speak. All right. So that is 65 down and 36 to go. We are so close. As always, if you like what you heard here, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, throw some comments my way, join the conversation. You can follow me, Cinephile Mike, on all social media platforms and on Letterboxd. and find, again, lots of great information on my website, cinephilemike.com. All right, everyone, until tomorrow, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.